Hello everyone. In the previous video we laid out this equation for cofactor expansion, and we explained that it's the sum of the cofactors times the values along a single row or a single column. And we set out these two sort of long indefinite equations where we were multiplying a value times the cofactor that ignores that location's row and column plus the next value times the cofactor that ignores that row and column plus the third value times the cofactor that ignores that row and column. Right, and so we set out these two sort of indefinite equations of values times cofactors plus values times cofactors plus values times cofactors. And I think it can sometimes get a little daunting to see these equations just sort of strung out like this without seeing some real examples. So let's go ahead and let's look at a couple of examples. So the first example I want to look at, we'll start with this new matrix we'll call A. And we'll set A up like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, so this is the this is the matrix we're working with. And let's go ahead and see what the cofactor expansion of the first column will look like. So it's cofactor expansion of the first column. So we have this first column right here. Let's go ahead and cofactor expand that. So let's start off by writing out the equation. What we're trying to do here for the first column would be, again, the value of the first row, first column, right? That's 1, 1, so that's this number here, times the cofactor expansion of 1, 1, plus the value of the second row, first column, times the cofactor of the second row, first column, plus the value of the third row, first column, times the cofactor of the third row, first column. Right, so that's all of the values in column 1, A, T, E, times their cofactors, which are, again, they ignore that row and column combination. So let's go ahead and just quickly walk through what this would look like. So A is 1, A11 is 1, times, so again, the cofactor of that is going to be negative 1 raised to the 1 plus 1 times the determinant, which I'm going to use the square braces here, of 5, 6, 8, and 9. And then we add to that the value at 2, 1, which is 4, second row, first column, which is 4, times negative 1 raised to the 2 plus 3, or sorry, 2 plus 1. Make that clear. Times the determinant of, so now we're ignoring the first, we're ignoring the second row, first column, so we would have 2, 3, 8, 9. Then we add to that the value in the third row first column, which is the 7, times -1 raised to the 3 plus 1 times the determinant of the new matrix now, which is 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. So just to recap how we get the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, let me make a note of that up here maybe. Right, the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, right, I'm going to use A, B, C, D here. Alright, so the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix is that A, D minus B, C. And we see this popping up all over the place. So AB minus, or AD minus BC is the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. So we can take this equation that we remember from before, plug it in down here, and we can start to move through this equation. So this is going to be 1 times -1 squared is going to be 1, and then applying this AD minus BC equation to this, we get a value of -3. So then we add, so in this case we have 4 times, and this is going to be -1, and the determinant of this is going to be 6. Right, again, I'm just applying AD minus BC to these 2 by 2 matrices here. And then we add to that 7 times -1 raised to the 4th power is just 1 times the determinant of this matrix here is also -3. Okay, so all I've done is I've done the determinant and I've made this positive or negative based on the power. So I'm going to do the multiplication. That's -3 plus, that's 24. 4 times -1 is -4 times 6, -24. Oh, I'm sorry, that's actually -6. So this would be positive 24. So it's -1 times -6 is positive 6 times 4 is 24. Again, I want to take a step back. 4 times -1 times, that should have been -6. So that's positive 6 times 4 is positive 24. Okay. 7 times 1 is 7, times -3 is -21. So if we do the addition here, we have, just combining like terms, we have 24 plus -24. And we get 0. So the cofactor expansion along the first column, so the cofactor expansion of this column here, is 0. Hopefully you were able to follow that. Hopefully you're able to see how that worked in terms of going down the first column, taking the value times the cofactor plus the value times the cofactor plus the value times the cofactor. And you were able to see that the determinant of the 2 by 2 matrix, we go back to this equation that we already know. Hopefully that all made sense. We're going to look at a couple more examples. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.